Don't check your dial, folks. You didn't tune into Transylvania's public access station. No, sir. Tonight is Halloween.
Oh, hey kiddies, I didn't see you come in. Well, it's that time of year again, and you know what that means. Time to take in as much spooky and scary entertainment as our little hearts can handle. There's a lot of movies that get me in the spirit for Halloween. John Carpenter's classic and Michael Dougherty's Trick or Treat definitely come to mind. But I love everything, even Hocus Pocus and The Nightmare Before Christmas. So with that in mind, I dug up something very special this year. So let's pop this sucker in the VCR and get things started.
The WNUF Halloween Special is a 2013 found footage film which tells the story of a small-town reporter named Frank Stewart. On the night of Halloween, 1987, he leads a local news crew on an investigation of the mysterious Weber House, home to a brutal series of murders and supernatural phenomena.
Did you hear that?
Came from upstairs, Frank.
Or maybe it's my producer playing another prank on me.
As Halloween fun turns to genuine frights, Frank and his team of investigators probe deeper into the house and its mysteries, ultimately getting more than they bargained for.
Perform the exorcism!
I am not a priest! I am
Shut
a
up!
fucking actor!
You ungrateful shit!
Shot entirely on video, the WNUF Halloween Special is unique among found footage films. Unlike most, which present themselves as raw home movies or documentary footage, this film is structured like an actual broadcast recorded off of television, complete with commercials, all of which were shot specifically for the film.
Happy Halloween from WNUF TV.
Seriously, apart from a few key moments where the tape goes into fast forward, you will actually feel like you're watching a Halloween broadcast from the 1980s. Most of it plays in real time. In fact, there's very little to indicate that this is actually a movie and not a legitimate TV recording. There's no credits, nothing. Even the DVD packaging acts like it's real. The only clue is the spots for fake TV shows and the occasional tongue-in-cheek humor of the ads.
We need long-lasting protection made by women. Women who understand our bodies and what we go through.
Thank you!
How about round two?
Apparently, the first copies of the film were left anonymously at flea markets and VHS conventions. Now that's hardcore. But what about the film itself? Is it actually any good? Well, first off, the real standout of the whole show is Frank Stewart, played by Paul Fahrenkopf. The part was actually written for him, and you can just tell from how much he's chewing the scenery that he's having an absolute ball.
And you believed her when she said that. Folks, the Weber house is haunted. Folks, we are going where no camera crew has gone before. We did not hurt this cat, I swear to you. I swear to you. That's far out.
Frank Stewart is the kind of local celebrity we can all recognize. He's swarmy, condescending, and nothing but ego. The kind of guy who thinks he's a big fish in a little pond.
Anything goes on live television. Okay.
I also love the paranormal investigators Frank brings with him to the Weber house, Louis and Claire Berger. They are clearly modeled off of Ed and Lorraine Warren, the same couple who provided the basis for the Conjuring films. But while that series paints them as a pair of attractive Catholic superheroes, seriously, look at those two. Look at how beautiful they are. Look at them! This film paints them in a far less flattering light.
The cat has extrasensory perception?
Yes, I rely very heavily on the intuition and the energy I receive from Shadow.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the voice?
I did hear something.
Did you hear what it said?
I couldn't quite tell what it said.
The real-life Warrens have a much more complicated history than Hollywood would lead us to believe. And this film gives us a better glimpse of that. Actually, a fun fact, the WNUF Halloween Special and the first Conjuring movie both came out in 2013. Go figure.
There's some far-out stuff.
If the movie has one weakness, it's that it never truly goes balls to the wall with its horror. There's a certain expectation that comes with the found footage genre, and while this isn't found footage in the traditional sense, these movies tend to leave us either deeply disturbed or scared out of our minds. The WNUF special doesn't do either, and although it does deliver some legitimate brutality by the end, the film is ultimately more of a suspenseful comedy than a horror film. One that comes packaged in a Halloween costume, mind you, but still.
I hope Frank Stewart's Halloween special isn't scaring you too badly.
Yeah. Some viewers might also be annoyed by how many commercials play over the course of the broadcast, or the number of times the Halloween bumper plays.
You're watching the WNUF Halloween special.
Better get used to that one. But this is also the film's greatest strength. There are a ton of movies and television shows that play on our nostalgia for the 1980s. Just as there are a number of movies which instantly hit the sweet spot in our brain to put us in the Halloween spirit. But the WNUF Halloween special is just that. It's special. It's a breed apart. The painstaking attention to detail hits me every time I watch it like few movies can. The dentist's cash for candy campaign, the reporters in costume, the harvest ads, the Halloween news stories, all mixed in with regular mundane ads and commercials, it really makes me feel like a kid again, and regardless of when you watch it, instantly transports you back to the month of October. It's a stellar indie effort that deserves a bigger cult following.
You know, I hate to say it, but as good as the film is, it makes even better background noise. Try throwing it on at your next Halloween party. Who knows? Someone might even think it's the real deal. Till then, trick or treat, kiddies, and happy Halloween.
Now, Father, do you now believe that there are demonic entities inside this house?